What is up, fragrance lovers everywhere? Thanks for joining me here on my channel, Stephen Sturgill. Let's get into it, guys. We are looking yet again, forgive me, at another tobacco scent. But this one is quite special for a number of reasons. For any of you out there who've ever smelled the absolutely mind-blown, mind-bogglingly delicious, just extravagant, sensual scent that is Hermes Essence Amber Nargile or Nargile. I've only ever had 2 samples of that, and honestly, mind blown. Like it is a cinnamon bomb. It has tobacco. It has like woody, musky, resinous aspects to it, but it's like the quasar star of cinnamon and a ton of honey accords in it. I'm not giving a review of that. I'm just saying that, you know, because it went out of production, shame on you, Hermes. And I wish Monsieur Jean-Claude Elena could have exerted a little more influence on them to keep it in production. It would have kept the cost reasonably attainable. I mean, it still would have been like $225 or whatever, $250, whatever. You know, somewhere around there. I believe when it dropped retail, maybe $175. I forget. It's been a while. It dropped in 04. Now the cheapest online, to my knowledge, is around $375. Literally, that's the cheapest for a full bottle. Anyways, guys, get your nose, get your grubby little paws on a decant or a sample of Hermes Essence Amber Narguilé or Narguil, and you will be blown away. I promise you, if you really, really like gourmet cinnamon with some tobacco, lots of honey, other very resinous, it's just, anyways, that aside, guys, this guy, in some respects, comes rootin' tootin' darn close. This is Daniel Josier de España. This is from Spain. Ambre Tabac, Eau de Parfum. Look at that glorious gold-colored. Believe this is metal. Sure does feel like it. If it's not, it's really hard plastic. I'm not sure. Pretty sure it's metal. Not 100% sure, but this is the 100 mils, I want to say. Comes in this box. Box is nice. Yeah, it is the 100 mils. You can see it right there. It's got the gold stamped or embossed, whatever you say that. And it opens up like this, and there's a little sort of an oval, broadly oval shaped. I don't know if the camera get that. The lighting is not that good. Okay, still not that good. Right there, yeah. And the bottle just sits in it like so. And voila. Now, what do I mean that this gets close? Well, it's not a doppelganger by any stretch of the imagination. No. That's not what I'm saying. But the level of quality, the richness, the resinous, this does, I believe, have some cinnamon. We'll get into the notes in a second. But if I'm just going off my olfactory senses, I know this has tobacco. I believe this has cinnamon. I believe it has vanilla. Yeah, I don't know what else. Maybe some tonka bean, maybe a little sandalwood, maybe a little honey accord and some white musk or something like that. But this is so, yeah. Oh, wow, God. Oh man, this is, yeah. This is at least a 9 out of 10, probably a 10 out of 10 scent. Yeah, sadly, guys, I'm liking this more now, even than Herod. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I think Parfums de Marly did a notorious reformulation. If you don't believe me, get online. You can look at all the vlogs. There's just hundreds, if not thousands, of quotes, quips, you know, blogs, reviews that are stating that they're pretty sure the most recent iterations of Herod have been weakened, watered down, and are much more vanilla centric than they remember in older editions. And I must concur, I had a decant of Herod probably, I don't know when it was decanted, maybe 2, 3, 4 years ago, and at least 2 years ago minimum. And I recall that version having quite a bit more tobacco. It was just so rich, and longevity and Sillage were incredible. On my personal full bottle of Herod, which is a much more recent edition, I gotta say the tobacco was toned down markedly from my original Herod. It's still good, but it was noticeably weaker. It seemed to be much more, or a bit more vanillic than the first one. I know they both have them, but I mean, this new iteration just seems to be way more about the vanilla, less about the tobacco. It wasn't, and also it just didn't come out as bold and pungent and rich. And also longevity and Sillage were not quite what the older Herod decant that I had gave me. It was not bad, but it was definitely weaker than the original Herod decant that I had. So I'm not trying to bash or dump on the House of Parfums de Marly. They're an awesome house, but guys, if you're watching, no. Daddy said don't dumb down the frag. Don't weaken the juice, and don't do reformulations. Naughty. Don't. Very bad. Very bad. Not to be done. I don't like that at all. But this here, guys, is, oh man, when you get it right up on the skin or close to it, you begin to get that resinous tobacco perfectly blended with that honey accord. A nice dose of cinnamon. I'm just going off my nose. I will look at the real notes here in a second. Pretty sure there's some vanilla in here, but what I like about it is that it's if there is, it sits way back, and it's sort of in the midst to the heart. It's there. It's obvious that it's there, but it's not dominating the scent. It's not just another vanilla with tobacco-based scent. I don't, not to knock that recipe, it's just getting a little bit old, and with all due respect to all the haters, the best to ever do it, and probably the best that ever will do it, is Tom Ford. Eat your freaking heart out, guys. That's the end-all, be-all. I don't want to hear it. If you find one that does exactly what that does better, hit me up on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube and let me know, because I don't believe you. Anyways, let's get into the real note accords. This is a must-buy, firstly, before we move forward with the review. This is an absolute frickin' must-buy if you like tobacco, if you like honey accord, if you like some amber. Oh, of course, I forgot to mention the amber. It's a fantasy accord. Yes, it's in here. It's the amber accord. It does not exist in actual molecular structure in a fragrance. You approximate things that give this essence of an amber. And anyways, I've already spent enough time talking about that in previous reviews. Not going to waste my time beating a dead horse into the ground, but you get the gist. Let's get on here now and find out what are the actual so-called real notes in this bad boy. They are incense. Okay, I could kind of see that, but it's not that obvious, which I like. I don't mind. I like really good niche incense fragrances. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying that when I think of a warm, rich tobacco honey type amber accord, I'm not really personally looking for incense on top of all that. I think it's got enough going on is what I'm basically saying. But I do have and own and I do admire some really good incense, niche, and indie perfumes. So I'm not an incense hater. It's not what I'm saying. I just don't need it. And luckily, it's not all that strong here. I mean, I could say there's a little bit of a smoky aspect here, but I'm not really getting incense. You might. I'm not. Let's move on. Middle notes are patchouli and sandalwood. Got one of those right. I did mention sandalwood. The patchouli in here, I want to say, guys, is it's dialed way back, and it doesn't have that earth funky 1960s hippie vibe. I'm not knocking all that. Good times for sure, but again, here it's used so sparingly, like a clinical technician. It's just in there as a supporting role player. It's not in any way, shape, or form dominating the scent. Base notes, here we go, baby. In the base, in the heart, amber, tobacco, and vanilla, or vanille. I'm just telling you guys, this is... I don't get much of the bergamot, by the way. That's... Yeah, hard to tell. Maybe it's in there, maybe not, whatever. I could care less about bergamot in this type of fragrance, with all due respect. This is a masterpiece of olfactory art. Whoever did this perfume, and I'm not seeing the nose, well, Daniel Jose, apparently, if that's true, if he didn't just use other noses or lab techs, but okay, we'll say it's Daniel. Let me see, what does his resume say? Because I really just thought he was the money guy, you know, often the founders of fragrance houses are not the real noses, so let me just, I don't want to diss you, Daniel, if you're watching. My bad, for sure. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really give a dossier of where he studied or got his degree or whatever, but we'll just assume that's all legit for now. Innocent until proven guilty, at least in this country, for now. Says he has done things like Area Salgada, Cela from Comporta perfumes. And then, of course, he's done apparently his entire own line, including an off-branch, I believe maybe still owned by him as well. I'm not 100% sure. From the house of Renier, or Renier Perfumes, Black Rain, Crystal Rain, Oud Rain, Kisses Rain. So it's all about the rain. I don't know if that means aquatic or not. I'm not going to spend time right now in investigating that. And if you want to check out his incredible dossier of Daniel Jose perfumes, check him out. Offhand, I can tell you the ones that stand out to me in terms of perfumes I'd be very interested in getting my hands on, or at least my nose on. Potentially, are 1929 Eau de Parfum. That's I guess a classic throwback. I'm guessing it's a Chypre or a Fougère. That's my opinion. I haven't looked at it any closer. Casanova sounds sexy and resinous. You better be, buddy, to be rocking a name like Casanova. Cuero, which means leather, de la Toscana. So it's sort of a Tuscan leather. Ha ha ha. I see what you're doing, Dan. You're taking cheap shots at Tom Ford. It better be damn good if you're going to rock the name of Tuscan leather, buddy. Even in Spanish. Yo si hablo español, carnal. You better be bringing it. He probably is, though. This is really good stuff. Green leather, which is kind of sounding like green Irish tweed. Tweed, leather, green. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Hosune or Hosun, Josun, however you want to say it. I don't know what that's in. That looks cool. Kaleidoscope sounds interesting. It's a golden, ambery color. Juice, Le Musc. Mystery Oud for sure. I want to be checking that out soon. And finally, Vetiver. I want to check that out. Okay, that's enough of that. He's got others in there for sure. Ladies, he's got a tuberose called Golden Tuberose. And some other stuff. Anyways, let's get on with the review. Wrap it up. Oh, that was too loud. It was in my ear. This is just so freaking resinous. And it just keeps on pushing. I wore this probably about a month ago. It was my scent of the day. I should have done a review then. I'm doing it now. Better late than never. It's still winter. Don't be mad. It's warming up, but it's still winter technically. This is just. I'm running out of accolades. It is a freaking work of art. It is a must buy. It is in my all times great list, and it is probably a 10 out of 10. It is at least a 9 out of 10. End of story. It's not even debatable. It just keeps pushing and pushing and pushing. I easily get 8 to 10 out of this, probably more on skin in terms of the deep, deep dry down. I would say I get actual obvious whiffs, wafts, sniffs, chemtrails of sillage. I would say honestly, even to the 6th and 7th hour, people were still smelling this on me. And it pushes for the first 3 to 4 hours, no problem. Unbelievable. If you get on a close, it could last probably 72 to 96 hours, literally, especially if you don't wash that item of apparel. That's going to do it, guys. This is a freaking majestic work of art. Get your nose on it. It's a little pricey. Worth every freaking penny. That's going to do it. See you next time. If you like, please subscribe. Click the bell for future updates. Catch me in the next episode, guys. Spray often. Spray well. Live long and prosper. Anyways, keep it rocking, guys. Love you. Peace out. Spray often, spray well. Live life on your terms, not someone else's. Peace out.